We have learned that a section of the people of this country would like to engage in some form of demonstrations or meetings to discuss political matters in Nairobi and other places that they may want to do their demonstrations or meetings. The position of the government of Kenya is as follows: that we recognize that the freedom of assembly and association, including the freedom to demonstrate and picket, is a fundamental right and enshrined in the Constitution of our country. In particular, Article 37 of the Constitution provides that among the litany of rights that are in our Bill of Rights is the right to demonstrate and picket and to protest against action or inaction of authorities. Therefore, in our culture as a democracy, we are not interested as the ministry responsible for our national security to interrupt the freedoms that are supposed to be enjoyed by the people of Kenya, because doing so would undermine our constitutional order, and we will not be part of any program or effort to undermine our constitution and the democratic space which this country has created for itself. In that regard, the Ministry of Interior is making all the necessary security arrangements to ensure that these, our fellow Kenyans, can exercise their right to associate, to demonstrate, to protest, or to make their grievances known to whatever authorities whatsoever. We will, however, require to be given a full schedule of where those activities are and the nature of those activities and the frequency of those activities, so that we can be able to arrange ourselves, because we have finite human resources to deploy. And these human resources are in competition. The economy is competing for the number of police officers we have. So we cannot deploy the entire contingent of the entire police service just because of one section of society. So we need to know the requirements they need so that we can balance that need with the other needs that also require our services in this sector. As I have said, the arrangements are in place. We are ready to support those who want to protest, to demonstrate, or to air their grievances of whatever nature whatsoever. The President has given direction, and the position of government is that we will not politicize security, because if we do so, we endanger the country. The future of this country lies in institutions. And for us in the security sector, we want to protect the institutions. We have the security agencies we have so that they can serve every Kenyan. So we are not interested even in the agenda that those who want to protest beginning this week are engaged in. So long as it is lawful agenda, it's not unlawful. Therefore, we will not politicize the matter. We don't want to be drawn into political discussions around the matter. We will remain professional to make sure that those who want to air their grievances are given space, so that others who don't agree with them do not interrupt bona fide and lawful activities around demonstrations and the freedoms of association and assembly. We also want to take this opportunity to notify those who want to engage in the activities which I have already specified, that the same way your rights are protected, the rights of other Kenyans who do not agree with you are equally protected. And therefore, we expect those who are engaging in this activity to respect our Constitution and the law in two respects. One, Article 37, which already I have cited, provides for the freedom, but it limits that freedom on two accounts. The first one, demonstrations, picketing, airing of grievances, etc., whatever you call it, must be peaceful. I repeat, demonstrations, picketing, and all manner of airing of grievances, meetings, and assembly must be peaceful. Secondly, these activities and events must be unarmed. Anybody carrying all manner of arms, including rocks, stones, and other material that can hurt other people, would be in violation of Article 37 and would be in violation of our Constitution. The meetings must be peaceful, they must be civilian, meaning they must be unarmed. Secondly, the constitutional limits on this freedom involves that in exercise of your rights, you must not encroach on the rights of other people who are not interested or even bothered with what you're doing. Those Kenyans, therefore, who are not interested to participate in the planned meetings and debates must be protected. Their businesses must be protected. And therefore, while I want to confirm that the government will not be engaged in any obstruction or resistance of people who want to lawfully picket, demonstrate, or assemble, we are on high alert and we are fully engaged to ensure no Kenyan limits the rights of another Kenyan who is not participating in this activity by way of trying to interfere with their businesses, their activities, or their peace. The meetings, the assemblies can continue peaceful, unarmed, and without jeopardizing public peace and tranquility. You can imagine a meeting which is supposed to be civilian, whereby the participants start yelling, heckling, and harassing other people who are going about their businesses and are not part, neither are they interested in what is going on. And therefore, that is the broad policy framework within which we shall operate. As I end, we in the security sector are not interested in the political discussions around the activities that are happening. We remain professional, focused, but extremely firm and ruthless with lawbreakers. Those who want to test what our resolve is can try to break the law. The same way we have done with the MAGAs of Nairobi. The same way we are ruthlessly pursuing the bandits in the north of our country. The same way we are engaged to ensure that we keep terrorists at bay is the same way we will ruthlessly deal with any Kenyan who wants to use the democratic space of our Constitution to interfere with the rights and freedoms of other Kenyans. I thank you and wish you a good afternoon. And once more, I will be taking leave to attend to another emergency which has happened. I almost cancelled this press briefing, but I thought it's important for me to speak to Kenyans and to clarify on some of the things that I've been receiving feedback on that I should clarify, especially the issues which I've highlighted. I thank you and wish you a good evening. Thank you.